All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Now, Law Month is a time when not only practitioners of the law on Guam, but also citizens, we as Guamanians can learn to appreciate the law in its current form, learn what it means, and also celebrate the people that actually practice it. And I have two very esteemed and distinguished members of our legal community. Of course, Chief Justice Catherine Merriman.
Good evening.
All right, very nice to see you. And the Chief Judge of the District Court of Guam, Francis Tainico Gatewood. Very good to see the both of you. So happy Law Month, let me say. This is a wonderful time for people in your profession.
Yes, it is. We enjoy it.
Okay, and I must say, and we'll start with you, Chief Judge, as someone who's been involved with the practice of law for as long as you have and everything like that, what does it mean to do this with your colleagues that you've worked with for so many years, but also see a new generation of lawyers and clerks come into the business?
Well, it's very meaningful. I mean, it's nice that Chief Justice Merriman and I joined together, the local and the federal judiciary come together with the Guam Bar Association to celebrate the 14th Amendment. That's what we're doing, due process, equal protection. We're excited to do this. We're excited to see, and you will hear Chief Justice Merriman and I talk about our community outreach, how we see young individuals rise from the bottom to the top to become lawyers and eventually judges, and through mock trial and so forth. So it's just extremely meaningful, and we're pretty excited.
Chief Justice, looking back on your career, certainly you've got so much more to go, but what has it meant to you to have been able to practice on Guam?
It's just had so many wonderful opportunities. When I talk to my friends I went to law school with, I've had experience in the 3 branches of government. When I came to Guam, it was just the sort of start of the elected Governor Act, and the local government was getting going, and so it's just been exciting.
Now that you've set the bar, literally, and the Bar Association, figuratively, you've both been so good for the legal community, so congratulations to the both of you. But now you lead Law Month and what we're doing to celebrate that. So let's hear all about it. What have you guys got going on?
Well, we have a lot of activities, and this year the theme is the 14th Amendment. We're remembering its 150th anniversary. It came into being in our Constitution after the Civil War, and we're talking about transforming American democracy with equal protection, due process of law, rights of citizenship. So some of the important activities we do is work with the youth. We have everyone from preschoolers up through college students that participate in various activities. And we do outreaches into the schools, and we have the students come to the courts. So it's a very exciting time. We start this year with going to teach in high school, and the Supreme Court will hold a session there. We're having an actual appellate session for the students. This is the 7th or 8th time we've done that.
This is going to be on campus at Teton High. On campus. Very nice.
We've been to Father Dueñas, Southern High. Last year we were at Okadu, so we've gone to various schools so the students can really see the law in action, so to speak.
And how about from the federal side?
Well, from the federal side, one of the things that we have is not only do we have local competition, but we also have national competition with the Ninth Circuit. So there's this theme about Japanese internment, and all the high schools have an opportunity to compete. We have the University of Guam and University of Maryland students coming in for a tour of the court to watch some sentencing hearings. We also have outreach with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services of Guam to talk about naturalizing citizens. We'll have a naturalization ceremony. I've invited Chief Justice Merriman to be the keynote speaker on Law Day. And one of our key panel presentations will be in May, and we have a 14th Amendment panel. You'd be happy to hear the people that will be speaking will be Congressman Underwood, current president of the university. We have Robert Klitsky, attorney, Ike Agagi, another attorney, and that will be moderated by Meenakshi Hemlani. And we will have it at the District Court of Guam, and there are a lot of students who are extremely excited to come from the University of Guam, GCC, and other schools. So
now,
we're pretty excited about that.
Now, I'd like to ask, Chief Justice, you were talking about reaching out to the youth, and when talking about the 14th Amendment, it's something that, of course, young students have to study and have to, you know, commit to memory on a certain level and everything like that. But what is the major theme that you would like to pass down to the island youth about why this document, you know, within the scope of the Constitution is so significant to us as Americans?
The Constitution has been a living, breathing document that's governed us for over 200 years. And when you look at how short it is, it's really remarkable that the Founding Fathers had so much wisdom. The 14th Amendment took some of the key concepts that applied to the federal government and now applies it to state and local governments. It guarantees the Bill of Rights, like freedom of speech, freedom from unreasonable search and seizure, and the right to a trial by jury extend to the states. It also has the very important due process clause that requires that things can't be taken from you without due process of law, and the equal protection law that gives a framework for challenging all laws that seem contrary to our basic fundamental rights. Mm-hmm. So it followed the Civil War, and it's really important in establishing civil rights for all citizens and peoples of the United States.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are actually going to take the schedule of events that you have at both the local and federal level. We're going to put that in our show notes right now, but I thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we're out of time, but thank you for joining me, and happy Law Month. Thank you for what you do for our community.
All right, well, thank you for spreading the word.
All right, absolutely.
All right.
Please stay tuned, everybody. We are back right after this.